Hello everyone, welcome to a new data science tutorial where we explore how to create own data set from Twitter. As you may know, Twitter, this is social net. It is full of mostly textual data but also images, and it is publicly available, so you can scrape it and create your own data set and do whatever you want to do with it. So the agenda will be as follows. First, to be able to scrape any data on Twitter, we need to get authentication keys for Twitter API. Second and third step will be for us to explore two ways of scraping data from Twitter. First one, we will take a look how to do this for a specific account, and the other one will be by keywords, so how to scrape data by query. Because data on Twitter available in different languages, so we will translate from any language to English using GoogleTranslate API. To close up this session, we will take a detailed look at the Twitter data, at the response, right? And we will see how many information available in it. So maybe you would like to reuse it in your practice. And as a final step, we store scraped data in CSV file on Google Drive. Again, I do use Collab. This is free. You can set up Google account, open Collab, and work as I do. Okay, let's get started. First, you need to install this library for Google Translate. This version, because there are some bugs in other versions, so keep in mind that you install exactly this version. Then we import these libraries. Tweeby, this is a library we will use to access Twitter. Okay. So first step, we need to register as a developer and get access to Twitter API. How do we do this? Basically, initially you need to have an account on Twitter, as you have an account at any social nets, right? And then you just open this link and you get logged in into developer platform of Twitter, and here there is a menu, developer portal, so you click on it, and lots of things available in it. So on this dashboard you can create projects and apps. Project is something more significant than what we're gonna do now, so we just need to create standalone apps or one app and get a key. So you need this also free of charge. So to create an app, you just click on this button. You need to create some name it with some unique name, because if you pass with some name already taken, it will give you this error. So you will need to take something like new one, right? And when you press next, it will generate for you all needed keys. I will not do this because I have already them generated for myself, right? You just press next and it will open for you this new tab as active, and keys will be generated. What do you need to do with these keys? So there will be 3 keys, right? And you need 2 of them. API key and the secret, and access token and the secret, right? These are fakes, X, Y, C, W. Here, instead of this sequence of letters, you need to insert your keys given by Twitter, right? Developer platform. as I previously presented. Also API keys, previously they named it as consumer key, now they renamed it and it is shown as API key. So as soon as you do this, you just run this cell. I won't do this because it will replace my original keys. You basically get an access via this API object. So here you pass auth handler using your API key and the secret, and then you set access token using your access token and secret, and all this you pass to VP API. Wait on rate limit here equal true. It means that by default is false. This is a limit of how many tweets you can scrape per a certain amount of time. As I remember, there is a limit 900 tweets per 15 minutes or something like this, right? And if you exceed this amount, you will get an error. So that's why I turn it into true to avoid that situation. Okay, so we are all set. We move to the first approach, where we want to scrape Twitter accounts, specific accounts, right? So what I mean by that? So here I have I selected like 3 news media accounts in different languages. So CNN, Break News, right? How does it look? Oops. So this one, CNN Break. So we will scrape this account. This approach is good when you target it to scrape data from specific accounts, right? Maybe you want to know what someone is speaking about, or I don't know. So you know what exactly account you want to scrape. So and I've picked Arab news in Japanese language, have different languages, and this one French news channel. Okay, let's take 20 account. This is 20 tweets per each of these account of each user, right? So what do we do here? Here I can run it. And it will start. It started scraping. You see scraping CNN Break, 20 tweets per each of this news media. And I store everything in this list tweets. What I save, I basically I store news like source, a username. Then I store created at when the tweet was created. Then I store ID of the tweet, because each tweet on Twitter has unique ID, and Twitter text. Okay, we are almost done. Okay, completed. Cool. So let's take a look on this is tail. 10 last. You see there are 10. So we scraped 60. There are 60 rows, as you can see, 59 right from 0. And these are French. And if we take a look at the head, it will be in English, right? Yeah. So these are in English, CNN. Okay, so we did a great job. Let's take a look how to scrape tweets by query. By query, it means what you pass just here, search Twitter, and you can see very lovely topic, right? COVID-19, and it will show you up a list of most recent tweets or how they arrange relevance here. Okay, for your keywords. So let's go back to our code. I would like to, you can pass not only single keyword, but you can make more complex query using our word like keyword, and we will search coronavirus or virus or COVID-19 with hyphen and without. And this word I purposely this translated coronavirus in Greek language, so we will get also mix of languages, right? Because usually everything available for English, but when we need to scrape something in different languages, usually we may get stuck. So, okay, so you see this is Greek language. I wanna have 10 tweets, and here I use search via API object, the same search tweets method, and in a Q parameter we pass our query, this one. Count, this is number of tweets. I don't want to exceed a limit, so I will pass 10, right? And result type recent, it means I would like to get the most recent tweets for my query. And also there are like kind of limits. Include entities, this is extra data, what is included in the response. We will take a deep look into it at the final stage of our today's session. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, search. Okay, let's search. Apologies. Okay, so this is our first short tweet. I'm printing it out, so I'm following the process. And here, to translate, also here we call Google Translate API using translator. And I want to translate any language which is not English or UND. This is undefined. So sometimes a tweet assigned with language is not clear, or language is not assigned at all. So I don't want, because number of calls you can do to Google Translate API is also very limited. So be careful with this. Don't do calls don't waste them. Okay, we checked that language is there and it is not English or something undefined. We need to translate only these tweets, right, which are not in English. We can see this, right? This is how we translate if any text in tweet. So we call translator. We translate it. If something was returned, then we save translated text into this tweet underline text variable. If language was English or this part was not true, we store text as it was in a tweet. But mostly these are English values. Then I insert information such as created at, when tweet was created, ID, text, my translated text. This is original text from tweet. This is translated text. If it was translated right, otherwise store it at this step. User screen name, user original name, user location. If it is available, it will be stored in our result. How many followers user has, and language assigned by Twitter. Okay, so we store it. Okay, this one we shouldn't have here. And we store everything into a data frame, and basically that's it. sleep here to have a little bit of delay between calls, right? Okay, let's take a look what we get. Had 3 lines. So this is basically our result. We have created it when tweet was created. This is a unique ID of this tweet. This is a raw value, and this is our translated into English, this lovely Japanese tweet. Username as it is by Twitter, right? And username original one, location, number of followers, and language. This is Japanese, Netherlands, and this one was in English, right? Right, so basically this is the most interesting part, okay? You see I have here raw text and text in English, column text in English, all tweets translated into English, and basically you can work with this more consistent data, right? Because all of your text in English language, and you can process them in a way you need. What is in a response API search response? Let's take a look. This tweet, this object, because this is notebook, right? It's stored in a memory, everything. So we will explore last object of this tweet. And you can see a response. So lots of really useful information here. It is not really convenient to look at it this way. So oops, let's replace this previous one. You see, this is available data in the response. So you can get lots of information and you can build really cool data sets for your tasks, what you're interested in. So you see they have metadata and entities. You remember entities I said as a true, just somewhere here, entities, where was it? Entities, yeah, include entities, right? So that's why I have this part. Here you see entities, it is included. And basically I can get all this information from response. Very detailed information from about user. You see name, screen name, location, Oxfordshire. It is quite precise. What else? Like, I don't know, if there is any image, you will get a link to the image, like here, for example. So it is pretty useful. So you may perform many great tasks and build different models using this information, parsing it in a different ways. Okay, that's it for the main part of the session. And because we do use Drive, we cannot store just using like this. We cannot write df to CSV and pass a name we would like to assign to our dataset. This doesn't work for Colab because it is on Google, right? You need to link your Drive. You need to import Drive for your Colab. So you mount it. I've already when you first run it, it will you will see new window, like dialog will be on top of this window where you need to select your email, right, and give an access to basically to your Drive. As soon as you accept everything, you will be returned to this your notebook, and it will says the drive mounted to G drive. And to save it, so basically this is, you see, I prepared empty folder YouTube data, so you will see that it will be stored right successfully, green tick, perfect. And we update, refresh this window. Okay, where it is? Okay, here it is. And this is our created dataset, freshly created own dataset, like, and you can open it, you can send it to anyone, and you can basically process. You see, this is the last one about Oxfordshire. Okay. So basically that's it. You can play with it with pandas, because this is data frame, but this is topic for another tutorial. Okay, so I hope you find this info useful and helpful. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe on my channel, and see you next time. Bye.